Bro, I feel terrible just because of how badly I've been gambling the last 2 days. Like, like I went to bed yesterday. I stayed up to watch Creighton in the overtime, double overtime win, so that way I wasn't 0 and 15 in a row. And it was I just went to bed. I was like, thank God they won. If they had lost, I don't know, I wouldn't have been able to fall asleep. I would have just been staring at the ceiling thinking about how much I fucking suck.
Hello and welcome to the Gambling Racket, the sports gambling podcast aimed at giving you the angles and insights into successfully betting on professional tennis. My name is Ben, and once again, I am joined by my co-hosts Vic and the Gambling Racket card god Chris with a new haircut and new hat. This is episode 11 of the Gambling Racket, and we're coming to you in the middle of round 3 at ATP Miami and WTA Miami. Vic is insisting that I refer to this tournament, though, as the Miami Massacre because of how poorly gambling has been going and just kind of the conditions in general at the tournament itself have been going, which we will touch on a little bit this episode. But let's start by going through rounds 1 and 2, where we had some wins, where we had a lot of losses.
I didn't have any fucking wins. I didn't have a single fucking win. Bro, I talked all that shit on the podcast last time, and it just come back to bite me right in the ass. Just like 12 straight losses. I'm not going to count the horrific basketball gambling I've been doing over the weekend. You know, that the listeners don't even know about that. It's been awful for me. It's been awful, but I'm going to turn it around today. I started with Musetti at plus odds. So I got Lorenzo's oil to cure me of this cold streak. But no, it's been awful for me. Ben, do you have any wins you want to talk about?
Vic,
Yeah, actually.
wait. I have a question for you, Vic.
Yeah.
What the fuck happened to Alexander Bublik?
Dude, I don't know. He got fucking thrashed by Arnaldi. I mean, I won. That was one of my only wins was Arnaldi in the first round at plus money against who the fuck did he beat? Fees. He beat that Frenchman, dirty Frenchman.
So Arnaldi's been playing good.
Geez.
I will say Arnaldi's been playing good, but did you watch that match?
No, I didn't see. I was out at dinner, but I saw.
Oh my god, dude!
Once he drops the first set, it's like he either fucking buckles down or he gives up. Like it's one of the. It's 50-50. After he drops the first set, he's either gonna fucking turn it on or he's just gonna be like, all right, fuck it. I'm in Miami. I'm just gonna go to the beach. He
looked like he already partied the night before, and like I'm telling you, like he looked slower than fucking Tiafoe, man. Like the dude, I've never seen him play that bad. I knew within the first 3 points that he was going to lose that match, and oh my god,
dude, there's another loss. I mean, I can't believe I bet on Francis Tiafoe. I feel like fucking idiot. All we do is talk shit about how lazy he is and inconsistent. And I'm like, oh, he'll get it done against Chris O'Connell. He'll get it done. Like he's a different level. All the top Americans are gone. Tiafoe fucking lost. Tommy Paul rolled his ankle. Fucking
Taylor Fritz got smoked.
Taylor Fritz got upset out of nowhere. It's just Ben Shelton's the only one left. Ben Shelton and fucking Martin Dam are the only Americans left.
Yeah, it's been tough to watch the Americans not find success, especially for the guys revisiting the Southern Florida area. So unfortunate to see. It is fun watching a young gun like Dam, though. He's like 6'8", and he's going up against some of the best, and he's hanging in there. So I've actually got a bet on him today, which I'm excited about, against O'Connell, who I also... Yeah, sorry to break it to you. I love the random digs at Tiafoe for no reason, but I did bet on McConnell and faded him like we talked about. I didn't realize you guys were not doing that. So
no. I did not bet on Tiafoe, but my whole point is that Bublik made Tiafoe look like he's a tryhard. Like that's
how I'm saying. That's a random dig at Tiafoe. It's hilarious. I'm doing all right. I'm 9-6 so far. This tournament. That includes one loss from this morning. Vic, you brought it up in the group chat before, but Jiri Lehechka was just not informed today. He's getting checked out by the doctor mid-match for his back, and I lost on him. But good for Popperin. Actually having a decent showing for a change in 2024. So he'll be moving on. Chris, you can continue to root for your Australian boy. And yeah, so overall, I'm actually doing pretty well. Yesterday I was 5-1, and I've got six more bets on the slate today that I'm hoping we see some upsets. That'll be fun because I'm on Caroline Garcia to upset Osaka. Sorry to break it to you, Osaka
Betting
fans.
against Osaka. I love betting against Osaka. Not an Osaka fan.
She's been looking good. I won't knock her or anything, but I like the odds. I think that Garcia seems a little undervalued in this matchup. So I'm on here today. But you'd know that if you're on my Twitter, where I post my picks every morning. So make sure you check that out at Faulty Picks. And yeah, so let's jump back into these first two rounds. Obviously, we referred to it already as the Miami Massacre because of Vic's bankroll, but the tournament itself has been kind of chaotic as well. So not only has there been a lot of rain, which is not that unusual for Southern Florida, but the conditions have been reportedly like really poor for the players. There was a clip going around of Casper Ruud, one of the nicest, most polite guys on tour, kind of giving it to one of the umpires about how poor the conditions are on and off the court. Players have been complaining about locker rooms not being stocked with like water bottles or bananas like they usually bring out to the courts with them. There was an umpire for one of the matches that was actually acting as an usher as fans were coming into the stadium. He was like showing them to their seats because they don't have enough ushers. I don't know if you've been looking at some of the ball boys and girls, but they've got some old ass fat dudes running around.
I noticed that as well.
Boys.
Like a lot of old people. And at first I'm like, maybe it's like a special needs thing. Like, oh, that's nice. And then I looked at them closely and I'm like, nope, these are just fat old people. Not any, not any kind of special outreach or anything like that. They're just fat old folks.
Yep. Yeah. And it's been a drastic turnaround from being in tennis paradise at Indian Wells to now being at this Miami tournament, which is essentially at a stadium within a stadium in Miami. It's no longer at the old location because the the tour wanted them to add. I think they wanted them to add like another main stadium with a roof, and they said no. They didn't want to update the venue because they liked like the classic look of how the venue is. So now they just don't get a tennis tournament at all. So it sucks for them, sucks for the players, kind of sucks for everybody all around.
It doesn't make any sense either because there's no roof here. There's no roof at their current venue. Like everybody's getting rained out. Yeah, it's retarded. I'll say it again. Shane
Whoa, we say R word on this
it's
podcast.
R worded.
It is R word.
Whatever, I don't care.
Oh wait, never mind. That's for rape. Never mind. Retard's cool.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're making it much better, Chris. Thanks. So, yeah, just again, it's made it a little bit difficult. Who knows if this has played into like the actual results of some of these matches? But Chris, you were talking about it before that just the results we've been seeing have been crazy. There's been a lot of upsets. Speaking of, Sinner and Greek Spore are live right now, and they just stopped the match. It looks like a thunderstorm's rolling in.
Another one.
It's not even raining yet, but they're stopping the match. So I'm guessing it's because of lightning. Yeah.
I'm watching Murray and they're still going. But yeah, they just showed the rain cloud, so it does look like it's about to rain there.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's too bad, especially on a Sunday, right? When everyone's home and they want to be watching tennis. So yeah, but sorry, getting back.
Yeah, they're stopping.
Getting back to what I was saying, Chris, you brought up before, but what are some of the underperformers that you've seen, or some of the bigger upsets that you've seen that just were not expected at all?
So Jerry and Draper was very interesting to me. Draper went into that match like a minus 360 favorite. Really close first set. I went ahead and took Draper on the live line, and I was even mad when it lost because I think it was still the right bet at minus 110 on the live line after the first set. And then Baez, who we have talked about several times looking so good, got absolutely obliterated. Taylor Fritz, we talked about him being in Delray Beach, playing well all year, and then he gets beat by Seboth Wild, which we talked about, I mean, he's been playing really well, but I would have expected at least 3 sets there. And then we talked about Bublik, but then Casper Ruud taking 3 sets with Van Ash. I thought that was a little of an underperformance for him, and he got lucky to get out of there on that one. Sebastian Korda, huge favorite against RBA, taking him he gave him all he could handle. So yeah, it's just been a weird tournament all around. Like very few people and results have been the way you would expect, and even the way Vegas expected. If you were hitting, if you were betting on underdogs to perform well in this tournament, you're probably up $1 zillion right now.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, say both Wild. I mean, the run he was on in this tournament, he knocked out Nuno Borges, who like for this year is 20th just in the points gathered in 2024. Who's had a great year. He took out Taylor Fritz in straight sets, like dismantled Fritz, like you said, and now he's got Jari in the 3rd round. So yeah, definitely a lot of upsets that I have found myself on the wrong side of, just over and over. Yeah, so it's been a crazy first couple of rounds. Ben, is there anything any upsets you saw, or any crazy matches you want to touch on?
I don't want to call them crazy, but again, like I had O'Connell versus Tiafoe. He was a plus 160 favorite. I'm pretty sure Tiafoe was like minus 195. But
It's minus 190. Yeah.
190. Okay, yeah. So cashed in on that one, which felt good. Other than that, what you guys have already mentioned has kind of been just the theme of the tournament so far, and also what I've noticed. So just sticking a couple bucks on a long shot underdog might be a good play. I was pretty upset with what's his name, Jeroen's performance. I thought he was gonna kind of turn it around, but hey, I like don't get me wrong. I don't want to take anything away from Koepfer. He's been playing great, and I've won on him since I bet him against Baez and won that one, but he was a favorite in that. So, but Jeroen, yeah, I thought Miami, maybe this is his place. He played well in Delray Beach, and he just
played well in Dallas.
He was just lost out there. He was
playing
bad.
So well in hot American tournaments, man, dude. Like that was my most confident pick, where I was like, I don't even need to sweat this, and went complete opposite way.
Yeah.
He got eliminated so long ago that we almost didn't talk about him, which is not how I thought this would go.
Yeah. So definitely disappointment there. Let's see. Do you guys have any futures still alive?
No, because Holger Rune just got fucking dismantled by Morosian. Oh my god. That was a beatdown. 6-1.
So I didn't watch that one, did you?
What's that?
I didn't watch that, did you?
Yeah, I watched it. Because I had Rune to win, and Holger, he just looked like, he wasn't even playing bad, man. Morosian was just on fire. Like Morosian was killing drop shots all over the place. Like I love a good drop shot. Like that's why I love Bublik. I saw a stat that it had percentage of drop shots hit and drop shot success rate. But everyone was like, in the 2, 3, 4% percentage range, and then Bublik's all by himself like 8%. Like just on a fucking island, not even really that high up on the success rate, but he keeps hitting them. He just hits them. So I love a good drop shot. So I'm a Morosian fan, but I did not think he had the skill to take on Rune. I mean, I know he's beaten top level guys before, but like he went right through him. It was something else. Like he dismantled him,
So if a story came out tomorrow that Fritz, Bublik, and Rune were out partying in Miami all night, I would believe it. 1,000%.
Honestly, I mean that might be something we need to think about too. Is like, are these guys going to fucking party in Miami? Like, you know what I mean? That's why I bet Dan Evans first round. I thought he'd have that good Miami Coke, against Saniga. Did work out for me. Who, by the way, Sanigo, dude, he looks just like the Karate Kid. Like I was watching this. I'm like, I got to bet him next tournament. This is fucking Ralph, whatever his name is. This is the Karate Kid. He looks just like the Karate Kid.
He's got a worse temper than the Karate Kid, though. He's kind of a hothead.
Yeah.
Good call though on that Rune loss. I totally forgot about that just this morning. for me at least, that another big upset in Miami. So yeah, this is kind of a hard one. You would think, this being a 1,000 level, Masters event, that players would be taking it seriously and hopefully not going out partying. But if you've been to Miami, you know that temptation's right there. So maybe it's hard for them to stay away. We might not know, but yeah, at least we're seeing some parity instead of just the same old guys dominating every tournament, which is nice, in my opinion.
Do you have any futures? My futures are all dead. Anybody got any futures left alive?
Yes.
I have the field versus the big three over in the WTA. Iga is basically, I just need Iga not to win the whole tournament, and that cashes.
Wait, what was this bet again?
Sablinka, Swiatek, and Coco Gauff versus
That's
the
right.
field.
That's right. You brought this up last time.
Still in it.
Right, but I already discredited her on the last podcast, so I'm still just riding with that, even though Coco, if you ever see this, which I know you won't, I have no basis for that, and I'm just an idiot. I'm just praying that Iga gets out, which she does play Noskova. She likes to upset people. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but
I mean, she upset Iga at the Australian Open, so yeah, that should be a good one. That should be a good one.
Bad news though, Sablinka is 3-3 since winning the Australian Open.
Who'd she lose? She's out, right? She lost.
Yeah, she just got eliminated yesterday.
Kalina Nina,
yeah. But Michael,
four of the women's top 10 have all been eliminated already.
Yeah, tough break for Sabalenka, man. The rumors we talked about last time turned out to be true. Kind of a very sensitive time for her, but she decided to play anyways. I know we were speculating that she wouldn't.
I bet Badosa plus 200. I'm like, her fucking boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call it.
No, can we not go down this road? I feel like I just like I don't want us to even go down this road at all.
Okay, that's fair.
Shoot, I had a question for you. Oh, I looked all around the internet during the beginning of this, and I can't find anybody talking about why these weird results are happening. Like 4 of the women's top 10 are already out. We just named off like 10 weird matches on the men's side, but nobody's talking about what's the core reason behind all of this.
I don't think there's anything. I haven't seen anything like with a simple explanation. I think it's just, people are having rough days. I think the rain delays, like we talked about with the weather, might be throwing them off a bit. Yeah, I have no idea. I haven't seen any explanation for all the upsets. Like, I don't think there's anything you can, it's the madness, man. It's March Madness. All the upsets are happening in Miami instead of in the tournaments, in the NCAA tournament.
I think we might be a little bit biased too, because if you just look at the bracket, like there's not too many, like all the big names are still around for the most part. Yeah, we're missing Fritz, we're missing Tommy Paul, but like,
you do have a good point. It's really all of our favorite players are out, and now I'm dying inside.
We did lose Rublev, so that's a big one in his first match against Mahach. So he went down in straight sets too, which I thought was interesting. Maybe just head wasn't in it. It's also maybe a look ahead spot.
Ever since Rublev's incident, dude, his game has been on the downhill.
Yeah.
And we knew that would happen, right? Either he would focus in, get his anger in check, and go on a nice run, or he was going to fucking deteriorate. And it is not good for him. He needs some sort of change before this keeps going this way.
I was just saying, this also could be sort of like a look ahead spot for some of these players. Again, this is the last hardcourt tournament. We're going to play in April, and we'll be there for a while. So maybe some guys are just like not too focused on this tournament. But yeah, that overall, like the favorites are still here. Hubert Hurkacz turning it around. We get to see the big serve. Actually not losing in the first round. Hubie actually posted a really funny picture on his Instagram stories or something like that. I don't really know. I don't have Instagram, but he is practicing at Caroline Wozniacki court, whatever. She's got a little plaque on it, and he took a picture of it, and it said like, "Thanks, at Carol, like Kara Wozniacki at her, whatever her handle. I said, thanks for letting me hit today. And everyone was like, bro, that means something different in English. So everyone's so confused.
Well, is she married?
Yeah, she's married. She has 2 kids.
Well, maybe she's about to have 3 with old Hubie.
Bingo. Have you guys seen the new show about the tennis coaches? It's called The Apple Doesn't Fall.
That's it. The apple doesn't fall.
Apple doesn't fall.
Yeah, so obviously, yeah, they don't finish the title. It's a dumb title. But it's 2 tennis pros, man and wife, right? And all their kids obviously played tennis, and they ran this tennis academy. And like after they sell the academy for a bunch of money, all these like deep dark secrets start coming out, and like it makes me wonder about like what it is being a kid growing up trying to make it pro in tennis and traveling around all the time. And I just want to really get Sebastian Corda on this podcast now.
Wait, apples
Like-
never fall? That one?
It's called The Apple Never Falls, like, you know, ... The apple never falls far from the tree.
The mystery television miniseries?
Someone in the family's a psycho killer, but I haven't made it there yet.
Wait, this is fiction then, right?
This is fiction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
he
a
was talking
fiction
about this
show,
reality show. Oh, I know I haven't seen this reality.
But it does make me wonder like about like the private lives of people on tour. And if, you know, being in Miami, you know, one of the most beautiful cities in the world and stuff, like I do wonder if some of these people aren't really taking this tournament as seriously as they should have.
There's too much money on the line. There's too much money on the line. ATP 1000, you know, a Masters 1000, the prize money for those things is insane. You know what I mean?
I guess I'm grasping for an explanation on why Bublik played so bad.
Just under $9 million in prize money for this
Yeah,
tournament.
that's fucking nuts. Yeah, I would.
So I think tennis is going to be one of the fastest growing sports in popularity over like the next 3 years.
Because of the Apples Never Fall TV show, it's that good.
No. It has zero to do with that. I just think there's a lot of really great storylines, and as like, I feel like people are getting a little bit tired with the big 3 or big 4 sports, and like a lot of people are watching a lot of different stuff now. And like I wasn't into tennis 5 years ago, but now it might be my favorite sport besides football.
Wow. Maybe I would love to see that. It'd be great for the podcast if
Definitely be good for the podcast.
sport blows up in popularity. Yeah, that was a crazy roundabout way to say you're still confused about the way these matchups are going down, Chris. But hey, if you're into that kind of show, then maybe check it out. The Apple Never Falls ... So
I just looked it up. It's got 42% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, so doesn't seem like it's the best show. But hey, Chris,
So to be fair, Vic, it's because it's very slow going. But so I watched the first 4 episodes, and I'm watching the first 4 episodes again, and there's so many little like foreshadowing and like little clues and stuff. It's actually really well, but it's probably not great for your average American because it is very slow.
okay, got you. All right, I might check it out. I'm looking for a new TV show, so I'll add it to the list.
All right.
The Apaches of New York, way better.
That's right. Apaches New York on sale now. $4.99 on Amazon.
I never told you this, but I have a friend who proofreads books for an editorial service, and I gifted her that book. She really liked it.
Oh, awesome. Thanks, bro.
Yeah. So we just got to get it out there, man. All the Italians need to support you.
That's the plan. Got to do the marketing.
So unfortunately, I lost my Tommy Paul outright winner future. And I still have Medvedev outright winner alive. I have De Minaur second quarter winner alive. Those are the only futures I've got left. I would have had Marta Kostyuk on the WTA side, but she withdrew. So that was ultimately a push for me. So I've got things to look forward to. And I think we're going to see some bangers at the second week, starting today, of this tournament. So a lot of big names still alive. And we can hopefully expect to see some good tennis throughout the remainder of March before we move to clay.
My dream
yeah.
is for Ben Shelton to go on a run and Ben Shelton to win the ATP Miami. That would be so fun.
He's got to play Musetti, and then in the fourth round he'd match up with Alcaraz. That'll be a fun one. If we get Alcaraz Shelton, I think that'll be a fun one. Shelton hit a serve this morning that was like 143 miles an hour. His match against Landalus, the Spaniard. So he's on his game. He's on his game this week.
I think he's the most passionate player right now that desperately wants to succeed, and I think he's about to find his ceiling.
Okay. In a good way, find his ceiling, or like?
So I don't know. I don't know what his ceiling really is, but I think he's going to find out this year what his real ceiling is. And this match against Alp, dude, I really fucking hope we get there.
Yeah, I hope so too. That would be a good one. So let's see. Based on who we've got left, Vic, Chris, pick a winner for the men for Miami.
Who we want to win or who we really think might win?
You can do both.
Ooh. So want to win 100% Ben Shelton. Like if I close my eyes and like the most fun person to see win this event, it's going to be Ben. Like he's got the passion, dude. And even if he plays Alcaraz tough and still loses, I think that will boost his confidence to the next level. And it's a lot of fun, right? A young up and coming American versus a young up and coming Spaniard. Dude, that's what I'm saying. There's so many great storylines in tennis. I feel like if people knew about more of them, like this would be like one of the most popular sports.
So who do you think is going to win then?
Go to Vic and I'll get you somebody. I think Carlos is going to win. Always Alcaraz. I think Alcaraz is going to win. Okay. And I think who do I want to win? I mean, fuck it, man. I mean, I like Alcaraz, but if I had to pick like a crazy, that's not a crazy dog, but I'd like Casper Ruud to win. I like Casper Ruud.
I like Casper Ruud too.
So I think he'd have to play Medvedev in the quarterfinal.
Yeah.
But then he'd have to play Medvedev. He'd have to go through the big three. He'd have to go through the big top three guys. He'd have to go through Medvedev, Sinner, and Alcaraz all to win it. So that'd be a fucking insane run. So
Sinner might be out today, brother.
I want to bet Ruud every match now. Let's see if he does. I bet him today, which is probably going to get rained out. But if he wins against Fokina, he'll probably be a favorite in the fourth round, but then he'll be dog rest of the way. So that'd be a good payoff if he wins. So that's my promise to the viewers, all 5 of you. I will bet Ruud every match in Miami moving forward.
Wow. All right.
Hopefully it's more than one. Hopefully he's got more than one.
Yeah, yikes. I think so obviously I've got my future on Medvedev, and it does suck to see that Ruud would have to go through him in that like third quarter of the tournament. That's really unfortunate. I do think Medi's got a great shot at winning this still. Vic, you're right. It's hard to not pick Alcaraz or to win this one. Maybe Sinner, but like you said, Chris, like he could even be out today. We'll see what happens when they come back from this rain delay. I think someone who's got the easiest road right now is Chris's guy, Big Z. Alexander Zverev is playing Eubanks next, and then he'll play the winner of Khachanov and Cerundolo. I think the biggest threat he'd have to face is de Minaur, now that Runa's out of the second quarter. So not a super tough road for him. Eubanks had a banger of a match yesterday where he saved match point with an incredible shot against Daniel Evans.
Right. He saved 2 match points against.
That's right. Yeah. So he might be a little tired. Again, I think Big Z's on a different level, but look out for Sasha to maybe make a run in this tournament here. So that's who I kind of like to see him win. Other than that, though, I'm sticking to Medvedev. I'm a Medvedev enjoyer.
Yeah, me too. I like Medvedev. I'm always a big Medvedev fan.
All right, Chris, you've had your moment. Who's going to win?
So if Ruud plays as good as he did against Demon, I really do think. But dude, that's tough to get through those 3 back to back. That's brutal. I would like to see him win, but yeah, dude, I can't think of anybody that can beat Alcaraz right now.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And he doesn't have an especially difficult road to to the quarters either. He's maybe looking at facing Dimitrov, who almost lost to Tabilo today. Maybe Hubert Hurkacz, who's been super inconsistent. Maybe Sebastian Korda, who is dealing with some insane, I don't know, selling a tennis thing because both of his parents are tennis players. I don't know, very convoluted stuff going on with Korda and
The
apples.
apple never falls. Dot dot
Yeah,
dot. The apple never falls. Dot dot dot.
Well, apparently it's not falling in Miami also because the locker rooms aren't stocked with any fruits. Yeah. Anyways, so those are our picks, I guess, for who we think is going to win, who we want's going to win, who we want to win. Anything on the women's side that you guys are interested in following over the next week?
Women's side, I gave Rybakina before the tournament, and I didn't make the bet like a fucking asshole because they took the line down with when Sabalenka had her whole thing going on, and then when it got reposted, she was only plus 350 instead of plus 550. But Rybakina is still alive. She had a banger of a match the other night, and then Maria Sakkari is still alive as well. So those are my two favorite girls. And they're gonna gear up to play each other in the quarters. So Ben, your girl Katie Bolter still alive. She's playing Azarenka next. And the one thing I saw for the WTA that I want to bring up was Red Fu was at Azarenka's match against Peyton Stearns, and I saw something on Twitter and I had to look it up. Apparently, she used to date the guy from LMFAO. Did you know that?
He was at Indian Wells. Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes to tennis a lot because he used to date Azarenka back in the day. But when Azarenka played Peyton Stearns, he was in Peyton Stearns' box. So a little bit of a fuck you from ex-boyfriend there. So, a little bit of
we still doing phrasing.
Who ended up winning that match?
Azarenka, she's still alive. She's in the fourth round against Katie Bolter now.
Yeah, way to be in the loser's box, loser.
Wait, Katie Bolter hasn't played. Has she played today already?
She beat the Brazilian
Haddad Maya. Okay, I didn't see the result for that one, but love that.
Almost texted you to ask you if you were on your girl.
No, I looked at the line. I don't like betting against Haddad Maya. I think she's unpredictable, so I stayed off that one.
She gets Azarenka tomorrow.
Love that. That'll be a banger. But as long as we're getting good, let me see if those odds are up. Because if we're getting good odds on that, Katie Bolter plus 115, lock it in right now.
Listen, I don't know if you know this, but banger means something different in English.
Yeah, it means sausages. An idiot.
No, it means she's a banger.
You ever have bangers and mash?
Ooh,
this guy. Dude, she's from the UK, bro.
Her Instagram is fire.
Yeah, lock that in right now. Katie Bolter plus 115 against Azarenka tomorrow. Love that.
That'd be a good one. Azarenka has been fucking playing awesome this year.
There's a lot of good matchups
that'd be a good
tomorrow.
one.
I might put a unit on Madison Keys tomorrow against Rybakina. Sorry, but Keys has been playing great. She's plus 220, and Rybakina has been a little shaky. She's been winning, obviously, but not super happy with her own game, it appears. She had a racket smash.
She went to the third set in both her games so far. So, yeah, definitely she hasn't been her normal self.
In pure Kazakhstani fashion, smashing rackets. We haven't seen a Bublik racket smash in a while, which maybe that's why he's not winning.
Yeah, that could be the root cause.
Yeah. Ultimately, I'm kind of looking forward to some of these women's matchups in the round of 32 a little bit more than the men. I think there's a little bit more parity there, but all around, we're going to get some good tennis as the week goes on. Yeah. That's all I've got, boys. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Purdue is not messing around in this tournament.
That's good because they got embarrassed as a 1 seed, second time ever last year. So I'm glad that they have a serious bone in their body. However, all roads lead to UConn. So men and women, by the way, this is a Paige Becker's jersey, Paige Buckets. So maybe we're bringing that. Chris doesn't know anything.
Okay.
Maybe bring that double crown again back to Connecticut for the third time. Who knows? Neither of you would know anything about that.
Do you pay attention to the women's tournament?
Yeah.
Are they in the same region as Ohio State?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, that would have been sick.
We'd
Shout
kick
out
your
Ohio
asses.
State Buckeyes and Zed Key. Zed, you're the man. Thanks for taking a picture with my son. Coach Diebler, thank you for getting multiple pictures with my kid. For everyone that doesn't know, me and my son went to the last 3 Ohio State home games. They're 3-0 when we're in attendance. They're going to win the NIT tournament. They're going to demolish Seton Hall in the finals, baby. Let's go. We're also rooting
Focus.
for Georgia. We're rooting for Georgia tonight. And God bless you all. And God bless the troops.
Thank you, Chris, for that impromptu sign off. Vic, you got anything else for episode 11 before we jump back into week 2 of the Miami Massacre?
No, God bless the troops, like Chris said. God bless the troops. That's can't top that one.
Yeah, for real. Okay.
And single mothers. You're the real
Yes,
hero.
throw them in too. Yeah.
What? All right. Well, thank you all for joining us for episode 11 of the Gambling Racket. We'll see you next time to recap ATP Miami and give a preview into what we can expect as we move on to the clay courts and into clay season. So again, thank you all for joining us. Catch us on our socials at Faulty Picks on Twitter, YouTube channel. Check us out there for some impromptu shorts and on the fly picks. But good luck. Enjoy the rest of Miami. If it doesn't stop raining, I'm going to go watch Bublik's playing doubles right now. If he comes back, I'd rather watch that than anything that's going on. So
Let's see how hungover he looks.
there you go. Maybe. Yeah. Doubles is always fun to give a good insight into.
Oh, he purposely got out in singles so he could focus on doubles. Now it makes sense.
All right. Yeah. Catch you all next time. Thanks.
Recording. Stop.